X-Ring Supply is a gun store located only a few miles off UD's campus. The family-owned business has been managed by sisters Pamela Rhodes and Nancy McNett since 2007. TJ Downs, an employee at X-Ring, answered some of our questions about guns and Delaware's gun regulations.
It's a concealed carry deadly weapons license in Delaware, so it does cover more than just a firearm. It's anything constituting a deadly weapon. There are some places where you cannot carry. You can't carry into like a wildlife management area, any government or state buildings. To buy a long gun, you have to be 18 years old. To buy a handgun, you have to be 21 years old. You have to pass a class that is approved by the Prothonotors office up in Wilmington. You need to get 2 passport photos taken, get that done at like a Walgreens or Rite Aid, something like that. You need to be fingerprinted by the state police. You also need 5 affidavits signed by upstanding citizens. And you need to put an ad in the newspaper that has like your name and address in it, saying that you're looking for it. So if there's anybody that thinks you're a crazy person, they can call in and say that you should not get that. This right here, this is a Form 4473 that is from the U.S. Department of Justice. It's a basic background check form. You fill all that out, ask where you're born, where you're living now, asks your ethnicity and race, and then down here there's a few questions basically asking about your criminal background and who you're buying the gun for, whether you're a citizen of the United States or not, and the state that you reside in. And then on the other side you sign and date saying that everything is true. And if you lie on that, you can go to jail for up to 10 years. So. After you fill out the form, we go through it, we put the firearm that you're buying on there, and we run a check, typically through NICS. It's the National Instant Check System, I think is what it's called, the National Instant Check System. You would go through that, and basically somebody at the FBI is literally looking at your information, and if you have any red flags, then they will personally go in and make sure that you are somebody that is not prohibited from owning a firearm. That has to be done for everybody that wants to buy a gun. Even if you were to sell a firearm to me, we would still have to go through the same exact process. You can either get proceeded to where you take the firearm home that day, no questions asked. That means that you are not a criminal, never been a criminal. You can get delayed, which means something came up. You could have a name that's close to somebody who is a criminal, or you could have done something in your past and they just want to make sure that you're not a bad person, or that it's not a disqualifying charge or offense. Otherwise, you can get denied, which typically means that you lied on the application, which means that you had done something that you're supposed to check yes to and check no instead. Straw purchase is where you try to acquire a firearm for somebody that is either not allowed to have one or is not there, which you're not allowed to do. The only people that you can actually buy a firearm for are immediate family and your spouse. Otherwise, you're not allowed to. And those people, if you know that they are not allowed to own a firearm, you're still breaking the law if you buy them a gun. Okay, this is a Glock 43. It's made in Austria. This is their 9mm concealed carry size. It's about the size of your hand, maybe a little bit larger. It's a nice, small, compact firearm. They do make smaller, they do make larger. This one here, you have the magazine. To release the magazine, you press the button on this side. It's typically on the left side. Some guns are ambidextrous to where you can hit it on the other side as well. On this one, you hit it and it drops the magazine out. Here you have the slide lock. What that does is while you pull it back, you push that up and that would lock it open. That way you can see if that's clear or not, if there's a round in the chamber. You got your barrel, this is the frame, this is your trigger there. A Glock itself does have 3 internal safeties as well, so it's not going to go off accidentally. There's no way this firearm can shoot unless you were to pull the trigger.
Attached to the store is a training facility where the business offers weekend classes for those who are certified. These classes range from gun cleaning courses to how to properly operate weapons. The owners and TJ agree that being educated on guns and gun safety is imperative to be a responsible gun owner. And apparently, I would not make a strong gun-owning candidate.